Today is an exciting day. We are going to talk about how to best monetize websites that are written in another language than English. This is actually a very interesting topic because I can already tell you one thing. It makes a huge difference whether your website is written in English or not. And let's dive right into the facts here. So, let's say you have a website that is written in German instead of English. What does that mean to you? What kind of opportunities or possibilities do you have to monetize your website with ads? One thing that you will find out pretty soon is that most people, no matter what language their website is in, they will use Google AdSense to monetize their ads. Google AdSense is a service from Google that basically anybody can use, and you can just register on the Google AdSense page, and you can register your website, and if everything goes well, you can serve ads after a couple of days or maybe after a week or two. Just Google will just look over your website and see if everything is okay, because for some contents you won't be able to serve ads. For example, if you have pornography or some violent depicting violent things on your websites, there are certain categories where Google won't be able to serve ads. So let's say you have a website that meets all those requirements, then usually it won't take very long, a week or two, and you will get approved and you will be able to serve ads on your website. Great. There's just one problem. If your website is not in English, chances are that with Google AdSense you will just not earn a lot of money. And you're probably the same as me and everybody else here. When we have ads on our website, we would like to earn money with that. And with Google AdSense, you will need hundred thousands of people usually to really earn good money from. So that's a very general statement, and of course it really depends on your website. Depending on the niche that you are in, the clicks will be worth more or less money. So let's say you have a website on cat food. If somebody will click on an ad that has something to do with cats, maybe you will get 20 cents or 40 cents for every time when somebody will click on that ad. But maybe you have another website in another niche, let's say in the insurance niche, and whenever somebody will click on an ad there, you will earn approximately $4 for one click. That's possible. So one thing to note is the niche that you are in is very critical. And depending on the niche, you will earn very different kinds of amount of money for a single click. So how do you know which niches are actually paying well? Well, that's not so difficult to find out. You can go to Google and you can search for something like high earning niches for Google AdSense or something like that. And you will find a lot of posts, and they will tell you the different niches that are earning a lot of money for a click on an ad. So that's something you can do if you don't even have a website yet, and you can find out which niches are really worth getting into it. The problem there is that, of course, the more you can earn per click on an ad, then usually the more competitive is the niche. I just mentioned insurance, and insurance is usually a very high earning niche. The problem is just it's incredibly difficult to get a lot of traffic on your website if you're in the insurance niche. And ultimately, it all depends on traffic. If you don't have traffic on your website, if you don't have visitors, nobody will click on the ads, so you can't earn any money. So let's have a look at my website, which is a German website. I started that website 2 years ago when I was in China. I was working in China at that time. It's all about traveling. At the moment I have maybe approximately 200 articles on the website. In the first few months I didn't monetize this website at all because it generally doesn't make sense to monetize a website in the first few months with ads, because you will simply not have enough traffic that it will make any sense, and it will be more disturbing for your visitors than helping you with anything, because I prefer to not have any ads on the website in the first couple of months, because those pennies that I would earn, it just doesn't make sense. So I thought it's better to just give the user a better experience and just not putting any ads, because putting ads on your website also always means that you will have that you're doing sacrifices, because the speed will be slower on your website. The user experience will be worse than without ads. So if you have ads on your website, you want to make sure that you will get the most out of your ads, which ultimately means money. So my website here about traveling, as I mentioned, specifically about luggage related topics. It worked out pretty well, I have to say. Like after 2 years now, I have about 50 to 100,000 visitors a month on my website, depending on the season. Now it's a little bit worse in the winter. But as I have a lot of traffic on my website, I obviously wanted to put ads on my website. So I have been searching for good methods to do that and good services. And as many others, I stumbled upon Google AdSense, and I had that in the past, so I installed that again here on my website. But I quickly found out that AdSense just didn't provide the results I was looking for. I literally earned pennies with AdSense, even with a lot of traffic. I could only earn a couple of $100 at most, and I knew from other people that they are earning much more with the same amount of traffic. So I thought, yeah, it's a problem of the niche, as I mentioned before. It depends on the niche how much you can get from every ad. That is certainly true, but that's not the only factor. I also heard about different ad networks and platforms, and some people were reporting that one ad network was better than the other. So I kept wondering, maybe there is another platform or ad network that I could use to make some more money with that, with my German website. And one day, somebody from a platform called Ezoic wrote me an email, and they told me. They asked me if I would like to try out their service, and they have already given me some info about my website, how my website could be performing, and it made me curious if that was true. They told me like, yeah, your website would probably do well and do much better than on this platform X or XYZ. So I gave it a try, and that's one of the best things I ever did for my website. To be honest, it completely changed my revenue from that website forever. From that point on, I was earning much more. And I didn't really do much because I still had the same website, the same content. I just changed the way I monetized with ads by switching to Ezoic. And that's basically the secret that I would like to tell you guys. If your website is not in English, the best thing you can do at this moment in 2019, almost 2020, switch to Ezoic, or let's say you already have Google AdSense, just apply for Ezoic, and this will most likely increase your revenue very drastically. And there are actually no risks, because the good thing is with Ezoic, let me just show you the website here. That's the company that I'm talking about. The good thing about Ezoic is they are, first of all, they're not a pure ad network. They're more a platform for publishers. And what they are doing is they are using artificial intelligence to get the visitors that visit to your website a better experience. And depending on the visitor that will get on your website, they will just analyze the behavior of that person, and they will serve different ads to different people. So depending on how somebody will search your website and their behavior, like how they like to visit websites and how they scroll, and many different factors, they will take that into account, and they will improve the user experience like that and serve different ads to different people. Over time, that means that after a few weeks with Ezoic, you will earn more and more money, because the algorithm that works in the background needs some time to gather all that info from the different visitors, and it will only get better over time. So in the first few weeks, maybe your earnings will still be a little bit low, but after like 6 to 12 weeks, you will earn more and more money. And in my case, I just needed maybe a few weeks, and my earnings were already much better than with Google AdSense. Ezoic, by the way, is a Google partner. So basically, you need to have a running Google AdSense account. So you can set that up if you don't have that yet. And then after you have that, you can just apply for Ezoic. There are a lot of other advantages that I haven't even mentioned here. But first of all, I would like to show you some numbers. I will just show you exactly my account here of Ezoic. There you go. Those are my earnings here for the last few days. So Saturday, November 23rd, I earned $44. Sunday, I earned $59 in a single day just with ads. I gotta be honest with you guys, this is not only the German website that I showed you, these are the combined earnings with other websites that I have. So now I switch just to my German website that I showed you, the travel website, and here are my earnings for that website alone. You can see this is actually a large chunk of the total that I showed you before. So this website at the moment is earning me between $30 to $45, let's say. Actually in summer it was much better, it was between $50 and $70, but the seasonality is pretty strong in that niche, so that means that now in November, this December, there are not that many people visiting my website, because not a lot of people are traveling at the moment. But still, you know, if you can earn $30, $40 with per day with a website, that's already a beginning, right? And I remember the days when I still had AdSense, maybe I would earn $5, maybe 10 at most in one day. So I definitely highly recommend you to check Ezoic out instead of just using Google AdSense. So basically I already told you now what you should do, and I will also tell you some other reasons why Ezoic is the way to go. There are other nice ad networks. In fact, those are real ad networks here. They are not just a platform. You have, on the one hand, you have MediaWine, which is a great ad network, and you can also earn a lot of money there. And one thing they're also doing is they will set up everything for you. So basically, if you apply with MediaWine, what they will do is they will have a look at your website, they will see if you're qualified or not, and if you are, they will take everything in their hands, and they will put the ads and everything for you on your website, so you wouldn't have to deal with the technical things. They will make sure that everything is gonna look nice on your website, which is great, unless you would like to do that by yourself, which a lot of people won't like to do, because it's actually not, it's pretty complex and you definitely need some technical skills to do that. So you might ask, yeah, well, why don't you choose MediaWine then? You don't have to do the stuff by yourself, they're also paying really well. It's pretty simple, guys. Services like this, MediaWine, another one is AdThrive, which is amazing, and they pay even better for every 1,000 visitors that you have on your website. The problem is, guys, these websites, these ad networks, they only work if you have websites that are written in English. If you don't have websites that are written in English, what will happen is they will just not accept your request. They won't accept your application. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna write in their requirements on the website or in their FAQs that they don't accept websites that are not written in English. But I tried that many times, and I know that from experience and also from friends of mine, they just don't accept these kind of websites. And also in their FAQs, they're usually writing that one of the requirements is that you have a major part of your traffic should be from the United States. So even if your website is in English, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will accept you. So maybe your website is in English, but 80% from your traffic comes from India. If that is the case, your chances are very slim as well, and you probably wouldn't get accepted to those ad networks. So let's come to the conclusion then. If your website is not written in English, let's say it is in German or in French or in Italian, the best thing you can do is go to Ezoic. I put the link for all of you guys in the description of this video. Subscribe for Ezoic and let the magic work of artificial intelligence and just earn much more with your existing websites. Once again, Ezoic doesn't have a contract, so that means you can install these things, you can try Ezoic out, and if it doesn't work for you, you can just stop using it. There's not even you can do that immediately. They won't hold you back, or they're not gonna ask any questions. With MediaWine, for example, you have like you need to sign a contract, and it's an exclusive ad network, which means if you are having ads on MediaWine, you won't be able to use ads from a different provider at the same time. With Ezoic, however, you can do that. You can actually have Ezoic, but you can also have ads from another source at the same time, and even implement those ads inside of Ezoic, because Ezoic will give you a platform with a lot of features, and you can combine different ad services inside of Ezoic, because Ezoic is just making your existing ads better. For doing so, they provide a lot of different apps, and they already have like different ad services included inside of their service through mediation. You can see here a lot of partners from Ezoic, and all those different ad networks, they are already bidding on your inventory. So if you're going with Ezoic, you will already have different kind of ad networks included in your service without even having to apply there. So that's pretty awesome, because you're gonna earn more for a click, because the different ad networks will be in competition with each other, and you will get the most out of every click, because you will get the click from the ad network that pays the most for the ad. So that said, please check that out, and I can already tell you now, you won't regret that. It's one of the best things I did for my website, and if everything goes according to plan, my earnings will grow and grow. The last thing I'd like to show you is how the earnings increased over time here. I think that will give you some extra motivation. I will just go to reporting earnings. Well, here you can see in April I earned $760, in May $900, in June $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, $1,600. So almost every month I have been earning more money. Here it went back a little bit, but that's only because the seasonality of the niche, so October, November, is not like a very good season anymore for traveling, so they went back a little bit. But in summer, or even before that, every month I earned much more money, and I'm pretty sure that this trend will continue next year as well. So guys, subscribe for Ezoic and just earn more money. That's really one of the best kept secrets in the game at the moment, and I want you all to know, because there are enough websites and niches for all of us. I can't, and I'm just trying to help, you know. That's why I created this channel here. Monetize is all about helping people, providing solutions, and especially for all of us who have websites that are not in English. It's not easy to make an income with websites, so go with Ezoic, and that's gonna help you to earn much better in the future. Hope you enjoyed that video. Have a nice day, and see you next time on Monetize. Bye guys.